Oh, I have to count. That's right. Sorry. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't get why you still do that though.
Motherfucker!
I think GroovyBot needs some help.
Start the fucking episode.
GroovyBot's asking for help, bro. Someone help GroovyBot!
We'll help him after. Go.
Hey, welcome to episode 17 of the Nick's Interrupting Me podcast. Can I get the branding right, Nick, please?
Nope.
Every fucking episode. We don't even know what we are anymore.
Welcome back to the 17th episode of the Pillars of Autumn podcast, where I've done the same introduction for 17 episodes. It's Dev, Ryan, and Nick, as always. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Why is your name always first?
Because I'm obviously the most important.
He's narcissistic, bro. Give him a break.
Yeah.
It also goes in order of I was gonna say order of who joined the band, but I guess it would be Dev, Ryan, and Nick.
Yeah, you're gonna say that to me, eh?
Actually, it would be Dev, Ryan, Nick. Oh, sorry, Dev, Ryan, Nick, Nick.
Well, no, it would be Dev, Ryan, Nick, Ryan.
I rejoined when I went to base. That's what happened. I quit the band.
Well, why are you there twice then?
Because I tried to quit so many fucking times.
Yes, but I've denied your resignation every time.
Save me. Please save me.
Not happening. I need you.
Ryan's being held hostage somewhere in Northern Ontario. We don't quite know where.
We should take a listen to that song that I just put into the chat a few minutes ago.
No.
They're really good. No?
Make sure the listeners can hear it too.
Yeah, you want to just not talk and I'll put GroovyBot on and we'll just fucking blast him. The Nick experience. This is what Nick does every podcast. He just listens to Spotify and then chimes in when he can.
Listen to the pleas and cries of GroovyBot.
It's listening to help because that was the last input I gave it.
By the Beatles?
I'm dragging you out of the server.
All right, what are we playing today?
I'm glad you asked.
Sorry, I'm just reaming out
Sonic
the person.
Adventures 2?
Yeah, boy.
Oh, hell yes. My brother's going to want to watch this episode.
So I had a game.
Did you buy this?
Oh, I bought this a long time ago. Remember when I was like, I had to do Sekiro because one game didn't work and another game didn't work? This was the first game that didn't work, but I figured out how to get it working.
I'm sorry, but you can't do an intro as well as Johnny Joeli. It's just not possible. Like, Crush 40 is and always will be everything.
Damn fucking straight.
Crush 40 is in every Sonic game, right?
You're starting with Iron Gate? You're fucking dead to me. You didn't start with City Escape?
No, I'm going Dark Path.
Oh,
I'm feeling angsty today. Oh my god, I forgot how ass this controls.
Are you playing this like through the Steam version?
Yeah, it's Steam, but I'm using a controller. Oh, dear God.
Oh, okay. I find it controls way worse with mouse and keyboard.
That's why I'm on a controller, but even then.
Yeah, even with the
was
controller.
This originally for?
The Dreamcast.
Was it Dreamcast?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Dreamcast, then re-release on GameCube, which is arguably the best version. I mean, come on.
Yes,
now.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was the fucking greatest.
Hell yeah.
Actually, I think we have that here.
Okay, I mean, like, you should only be playing this to fast track to Chow Garden in reality.
I'm trying to, but I can't get the fucking key. Oh my god.
Are you? Oh my.
Dreamcast.
This is going to be more of a Let's Play than a fucking...
Oh dear Christ.
You gotta slow it down by like... Alright.
Thank you.
There you go.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like as like
this
kids,
looks clunky as fuck.
This is awful.
Okay, well, Eggman's levels are like 10 times worse. Like Eggman and Tails levels are so hard.
No, the worst are fucking Rouge and Knuckles.
Yeah, okay. In terms of like, but you got to admit the fucking soundtrack for Rouge and Knuckles levels
absolutely.
Are sick. Come on, Pumpkin Hill, man.
This fucking soundtrack is the best part of this game, but I would also like to make a side note and say that I swear by the Squatty Potty.
Oh, yeah, Squatty Potty is amazing. No, I wanted to talk about clunky games real quick.
Okay.
So
Not clunky poops?
I just recently played one. You know how Xbox has the free game of the month
Mhm.
thing. So one of them was a Sherlock Holmes game
Oh God.
where the preview looked amazing. Looked great, right? The game itself probably runs at 3 frames a second.
That's generous.
And actually, it gave Amanda and I immediate motion sickness. Like I probably put maybe 5 minutes into the game. I couldn't. I was gonna throw up. It was so bad.
I believe
play.
it. Yeah.
Um,
Plus, you're on
and,
console, so it's not going to go above 30 regardless.
This is giving me a little bit of deja vu.
Like this is running 60 at least. This is 4K 60. I can.
Frame wise, it's running fine. It's when you turn or move abruptly and then the camera just snaps into a new angle. It's like, whoa, okay, we're going top down. Oh, and now I'm under you. And oh, fuck.
Yeah, this is how the game was meant to be played. 4K 60.
And the camera's fixed and it just follows you and does its own thing, right? Like you can't adjust the camera.
I'm fucking with the right stick. It doesn't do dick all.
Yeah, that's what, because that's the thing with most Sonic games. Most Sonic games run rails, where this is you're kind of free to go. And yeah, the camera just does its own thing.
I was gonna do Sonic Forces, but I didn't fucking reinstall it.
What are you gay?
A little bit. Is that a problem? Do you have a problem with that, sir?
No.
Because if you do, we're gonna have a chat.
The only problem I have is that you're not single.
For you, we'll bend some rules.
We can, don't say that there's a deal already. I mean, like, let's talk.
Technically, you're not single either, so I could be mad at you. This podcast was really just a reason for Dev and I to flirt. We only did this just so we could get on once a week and just be like.
The only reason why I bought this microphone was so I could impress you.
Oh, yeah, you can impress me by once again being like me. I hate myself. Don't try to do things that I do.
What are you talking about? You're a fucking egomaniac.
Yeah, it's true. I love me. I'm great.
You only hate yourself because it gives you a reason to talk about yourself.
That's true. I'm not arguing with that. Yeah, no, it's true.
Oh my God, boys. Fuck, it's been one hell of a week.
Still one more day, man. Fuck.
Yeah, well, at least tomorrow's payday.
Oh, for you too?
Yeah.
I only get paid once a month.
I hope it's a hefty pay.
It's a month's worth of pay.
I'm great at budgeting, but I would hate a monthly pay or like a monthly salary.
I hated it at first, but you kind of get really good at it. Like it's been a year and a half now since I got achievement. Oh, you can't see it on capture. I got achievement.
I like frequent pays. Like I loved when I was paid weekly. Oh my God, weekly
I couldn't do
paychecks
it.
are the best.
I have the spending habits of fucking John Goodman at an all-you-can-eat buffet. It's not going to happen.
I just,
my
my spending habits or lack thereof. I just love every week seeing a bunch of money hit my fucking bank account.
Can we appreciate how fucking Eggman runs? Though? Always the best part of this game. Always the best part. Like his legs just, those physics don't look like they work.
None of the physics work.
There's a character in a game Amanda and I were playing who runs so fucking funny. His name is L Blaze in a game called Virtua Fighter.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, Virtua Fighter.
he runs very very flamboyant. It's just these little gallops of his arms flailing around. Flailing around. Now drown it.
This had to be one of the coolest concepts in gaming at the time, man. You just kick it?
No, I'm trying to pick it up and bring it closer to the things.
Drown him!
No, I'm going to get a swim up so he can't drown.
Baby in a bathtub.
It's hard to believe the last time I played this game, man, I was like fucking 8.
Did you just make it half tiger?
Yeah, you give them little animals and they pick that shit up.
Their appearance could change based on their skills.
So I'm sorry, he just reaped the soul of an innocent creature?
No, the creature... Oh, you did that. Look, here, I'll give him a little skunky. There you go. Take the skunky, give it a hug, and then it just wanders off.
Oh, okay.
He just like adapts like certain skills from it.
You guys remember a game called Soul Reaver?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yep.
Soul Reaver 2 was my fucking jam.
Here's the thing.
Legacy of Kain.
I loved Soul Reaver. I played Soul Reaver 2, but I only played it on like the PlayStation demo packs.
Oh,
things that have like a bunch of different demo games on it.
Yeah.
So I could only get past the one level and I'd be like, haha, buy the game. And 8-year-old me is like, haha, yeah. And then I played the same where's another game that was on that? It was Siphon Filter 2 was on that same demo disc.
Oh my god.
Christ.
You play the first level up until you get like to the subway station. Then it's like, buy the game. I'm like, fuck yeah! Let's do it again!
Fucking
People on fire with a taser! Oh, Soul Reaver was lit, though, from the one level I played.
Fair. It was a fucking great game, but...
I bet.
I kind of want to see 25-year-old you do that same screaming like a baby kind of thing. Can I attack him in the air? No, I remember this now.
Wait, 25? So you want me to wait until next year, until I'm 25?
Yes, then buy it again.
and then do that again. Do I have to do it specifically while playing Soul Reaver, or just in general?
You know what? I will accept at any point.
Okay.
I just want a recording.
I always loved that fucking Shadow would fly around on Heelys.
It's how he escapes his feelies. He's anxiety.
Angsty.
Like the artist, Anxie.
He's just trying to get gamer girl feet pictures, bro. He's upset. No one pays attention to him.
The way Shadow's moving is also reminding me of an old PlayStation game. It was No. I can't remember what it's called. It reminded me a lot of like Armored Core.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, you're this kid and this army with these big mech robots kind of take over your city, and then he eventually main character gets into one of these mechs. But what they do is they don't really have feet. They have like these pin needle legs, and they kind of skate around on rockets.
Is this Zone of Enders?
Yes!
Yeah, fucking Kojima.
Holy yes!
Yeah, Zone of Enders is like a really, really good
God,
game.
I remember that, and I just remember he fucking skating around. It's a big old robot.
Mm.
Which I just found out the other week that one of my favorite games, Armored Core, is a FromSoft game.
It is. It was one of their firsts. So, while we're on this topic, what is everyone's game of the year for this year? Because those events are happening soon.
Okay, so we all know that the Game Awards is going to give it to Death Stranding.
I don't think it is.
No, it's not actually. Death Stranding's least in the running.
I think Control's going to get it, or Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I'd give it to RE2. I would give it. I honestly could see Outer Worlds being thrown into the running just because it's like this year didn't really have many standout IPs in comparison to last year, in my opinion.
I think Death Stranding should get it.
Control's not. I've only seen Control. I haven't played it, but
Control was great. I'm not gonna shit on it. It was a great game, but it's not.
It was a great game. This is hurting my eyes, Ryan.
Yeah,
what is happening?
I don't know what's happening.
It's jittering.
It's shaking
really
around
bad.
like a lonely mother with her vibrator. It's just it hurts.
I guess you were right about those Rouge levels, eh?
But no, Control is great to watch, but I don't know. I'm kind of like sick of seeing all these Uncharted type story cutscene games winning.
Interactive movies.
Yeah, interactive movies. And then they win Game of the Year when there's all these fantastic games that play like gold that kind of get shit on. I would personally say Death Stranding, just from what I hear from the fans. I would like to see Resident Evil 2.
You know my problem with Resident Evil 2.
I know your problem, but
RE3 got announced.
I don't care if it's a remake of an old game. You can see how much fucking love and attention to detail.
I'm 90% yes. RE2
2
was fucking amazing and it deserves praise, but I don't think it deserves Game of the Year because it came out in '98.
I honestly think that that Days Gone will get a mention.
Really?
I forgot Days Gone came out this year. Yeah, because Days Gone, everybody said the same thing about it. Gameplay, a little bit lackluster, but the story, like, and everything involving the story and the way that they went about creating the game was just like, for Bend being this type of studio that it is. I mean, it was known for like what, Killzone or something? or some other game, some other IP. But anyway, it ended up turning out really, really great. The one thing that people praised about them was that their ability as a developer to immediately take criticism and fix it.
See, that's important. But fixing mistakes is great and all, and I'm really happy to see game studios listen to people, unlike Gearbox, who every time they try to fix Borderlands 3, they somehow break it further.
It's impressive. I'll give them that.
I don't know how Gearbox is doing it. So but I don't think being able to fix a mistake is game of the year material.
No.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't put Days Gone in the running because it was shit and then became not shit. I feel like, it should be something that's completely well-rounded. And from what I've seen in Death Stranding, which I'm going to be picking up probably next week.
Fuck
yeah.
Because I really, 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 really want to play it.
That story alone.
Why don't you just borrow it from Ryan, bro?
I have it digitally. I don't buy discs anymore.
Yeah, well, you're not gonna give him your login, eh?
Fuck no.
And I'm buying it disc because it'd be nice to be able to turn it in later.
Yeah.
And that I don't really want to put my payment info on a PlayStation as well. I just
you have a PS4, don't you, Dev?
Well, Amanda does. It's not mine.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of thought there was something wrong with this conversation. I was sitting there like, did Dev even have a fucking PS4?
Yeah, I bought him Bloodborne for his birthday, and he still hasn't finished it.
Nope.
Wow, and he's not even gonna be ready for when Elden Ring comes out either.
Oh fuck no.
Fuck you guys. But no,
if Elden Ring
when it comes down to
they just released a new trailer for yesterday.
Oh, really?
So
yeah,
Nick, I wasn't sure if you heard what I was saying about Days Gone.
Training? Oh, Days Gone.
You're on the phone, I think.
Yeah. What's up?
Essentially, I was agreeing with you on the sense that it's really, really great to see developers listen to the fans and fix their problems.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't consider that a category for game of the year. Like fixing mistakes is great and all, but I think more game of the year is towards just in general well-rounded games.
Something that came out to fanfare. Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I would put. Is Breath of the Wild in the running?
No, that's last year.
2 years ago.
Yeah, that
2
was
years ago. Jesus,
yeah, because I was playing it last year,
March 2017.
But yeah, like games that were just in general well-rounded, and from what I've seen, I would say, even though it's a fucking interactive movie, I would say Control was pretty well-rounded from what I've seen. Death Stranding looks pretty well-rounded, and from what I've played, Resident Evil 2 was just amazing. I had no complaints.
No, RE2 was fucking great. It's my only issue is that a remake, I feel like shouldn't. Like, I'm sure Final Fantasy VII is going to be fucking mind-blowing.
Nostalgia aside, people who even never played Resident Evil, right? Resident Evil 2 was so much enjoyment. Now, here's the thing. As a remake, you would think you'd go into it expecting X, Y, and Z that happens, right? But that game still surprised me every step of the way and scared the fucking shit out of me.
It was really good at the horror aspects. I will give it that, but it's a remake.
It is a remake, but here's the thing. I know we talked about this in one of our chats, but I wouldn't consider. Sorry if you're squishing. I'm chewing a gummy worm.
Better than what I was thinking it was.
In terms of like it being a remaster,
I was gonna say something.
It being a remake and not a remaster. I just wanted to say that quick because I know I wasn't able to get that.
That was the point I was going to get at. I would consider a remake to be in the running for Game of the Year.
Not a remaster.
From the ground up, it's a totally different game, right?
Except the story, which is a massive aspect of Game of the Year.
Except the story. But if we're going to talk about story, when was the last time there was ever an original idea for a story?
Death Stranding.
There we go. Because fucking Hideo Kojima is just he's not human.
Yeah, no.
But when it comes down to stories, all right, what really is there? Who won it last year? Red Dead or?
Okay, do you guys want the nominees right now? I have them in front of me.
Yeah, do the Game Awards, not IGN.
Okay. Game Awards.
Before we get to nominees, who won last year?
Last year was God of War.
Okay. You know, that was
a great reason.
So, God of War. All right. So,
Red Dead Redemption 2 was runner-up, so Red Dead 2 would have won.
Okay, I thought Red Dead did win, but no, we talked about this on the Chernobyl podcast
Game, yeah.
But,
I was 100% sure that Red Dead 2 was going to win last year, and I was fucking fooled. But the reason why God of War won is I'll completely take that defeat, because they really did depart from their original fucking and that's the thing.
Oh, the formula. But I want to use that. Sorry to cut you off. I want to use that as what Ryan was talking about. What comes to stories that we have Red Dead, that was the runner-up, and that's just shooty tooty, robby looty cowboys, which it's a story that's been told for the ages. Mm-hmm. That's nothing new, right? God of War, I would say God of War probably stands on its own in a sense.
It was a very
despite the fact that it is
experience.
But I would say that they're both rather similar, because they are, in reality, they're both character case studies. Because I agree with you in the sense that the cowboy thing has been done so many times, but it wasn't so much about the cowboy aspect that like they were focusing on the way that they made Red Dead and the way that Dan Houser wrote it. It was about Arthur's like the main character, like Arthur's characterization and how like he came into his own and stuff like that. Like it wasn't about.
Well, of course, you can get down to the nit and gritty, but I wouldn't exclude Resident Evil 2 because of its story, especially since a lot of games that win or are runner-ups kind of retell stories that have already been told. So I would, if you're gonna have a game about cowboys be a runner-up, then let's have a game that was about zombies in 1998.
Do you guys want
20-year return?
Do you guys want the nominees?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to hear it there?
Yeah.
Okay, so the nominees are literally everything we put down: Resident Evil 2, Death Stranding, Control, The Outer Worlds, and then the other two wild card ones that have been thrown in that are part of the nominee list: Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, definitely will not win, good runner-up. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice is the final one.
Because Smash Bros. Came out after.
Smash Bros. Again is the same issue I have with Resident Evil. It's not a new game.
I have a very strange feeling.
So Nick, what was the last one after
Sekiro?
Okay.
Or Sekiro. Yeah.
It was good. I don't think it's game of the year. And I played
neither do I. I mean, like, fucking Dark Souls never won a game of the year.
Yeah, no, it was good, but it wasn't like.
I kind of feel like because Sekiro is such a game that kind of splits its fan base a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like game of the year kind of has to kind of pander to a wider spectrum of people, and FromSoft just goes no.
Yeah,
you love it, you hate it.
Now that we know the actual list for sure from the Game Awards, who do you think is going to get that?
Control, Resident Evil. If not Resident Evil, Control.
I want to say Resident Evil. But I do think Death Stranding is going to take it.
Dude, I don't think
I'm really leaning towards The Outer Worlds.
Really?
I have just based on what I've seen in the past on how they pick what they pick. I just think it's going to be The Outer Worlds.
Isn't the guy hosting it? Wasn't he one of the characters in Death Stranding?
Oh, was it Greg Keeley or Jeff Keeley?
Was
Jeff Keeley in Death Stranding? Ryan, you'd know. I wouldn't know. Was Jeff Keeley in Death Stranding?
Yeah, it's hosted by Jeff Keighley.
They announced the 2019 nominees 3 weeks ago. What the fuck? Where was I? I seem to think Outer Worlds, but honestly, like I would give it my three that I would say would win would be Resident Evil 2, Death Stranding, Outer Worlds. I think Control, just like it still looks like a great game, but Remedy has had such like a tumultuous sort of history behind it that their games are good, but just shy of greatness. The only one that I think ever really, really, really came close to being something really, really great was Alan Wake. Alan Wake was just like fucking insane, man.
Sorry,
I'm still waiting on Alan Wake 2.
Yes, he was in Death Stranding. It was a big thing because people were complaining about it, but he had no...
Because Jeff Keighley was in Death Stranding.
He's a minor NPC character that you just drop shit off to.
He's like as much of a character as
Junji Ito's in the game as well.
No, but Fuck, how am I blanking on his name? I watched
Conan. Yeah, Conan's in it too.
Conan O'Brien was.
Doesn't he teach you how to swim like an otter or something?
No, he
like
gives you a fucking hat that does nothing.
Oh.
Doesn't he give you like an otter suit?
He gives you a hat.
Swim against.
It's supposed to let you swim against the currents. It did nothing.
Oh, maybe just bad at the game.
Out of those three, I'd like one of those three to win. I really want Outer Worlds to win, not because I like the game per se, because like I have it, but I don't get a lot of chances to play it. I mean, I think I've played maybe an hour of it so far, and I like it. I obviously it echoes a lot of the shit I love about Obsidian games, but I just want to see it win, just so everyone can say, Todd Howard, go fuck yourself. You and all of fucking Bethesda, take your fucking games, shove them up your ass. We don't need you anymore. Because
that's the thing that Obsidian does. They go to all these different game developers. It's like, hey, remember that thing that all your fans keep asking you about, but you never do?
Yeah, we're gonna do it. now they left. Basically, my brother summed it up, like in my opinion, the best when he was talking to me about Outer Worlds, because he was the one who was like most excited of anyone I knew for Outer Worlds because of his love for Fallout New Vegas and so that. So I was like, okay, like if anyone's gonna be a good judge of this game, it's gonna be him. Mm-hmm. So when it came out, he was like, you know what? I liked it. I had a lot of fun with it, but it's a great groundwork for what could lead to an even better sequel. But the game itself just falls short of greatness. But I would still love to just see it win, just because like I would. Everyone's like, Bethesda has such a tight fucking vice grip around everyone's cocks with fucking Elder Scrolls and Fallout and shit. They failed us with Fallout. I'm really scared about Elder Scrolls. I know everyone's like, oh, but Skyrim was okay compared to Fallout 4. Yes. But
I'd say thanks to meme culture especially, a lot of people are recognizing that Bethesda's kind of fucking garbage.
I love Bethesda as a publisher.
As a publisher they're fine.
But as developers,
like, their games are reaching shit.
You look at their last handful of their own games: Fallout 4, Fallout 76, even all the hiccups with Elder Scrolls Online, right? And then what was it like 2 years ago? They're like, oh, new Elder Scrolls game. What is it? I don't know.
Elder Scrolls 6.
On that note,
but who the fuck knows? Because I don't even think Bethesda knows.
I'm still waiting for fucking Metroid Prime 3, Nintendo. How long ago did they show off that trailer?
I think a lot of people are kind of losing that hold on Bethesda just because a lot of fans are openly just be like, yeah, maybe they're kind of not that great now.
No. They haven't been great for quite a while.
Re-released Skyrim for your microwave? Oh, okay. I think they can only re-release Skyrim so many times before the blindfolds come off and people start to wake up.
It's not even like their games like can be shit or whatever. Like I've played games that are garbage that I've still had fun playing. My big issue with Bethesda nowadays is just the way they handle public relations is so fucking shitty of them. Like they're like children. Like Todd when everyone started booing him when he came out on stage at E3 last year, and then he brought up Fallout 76, and everyone immediately was like, "Fuck you, get off the fucking stage," blah blah. And he goes, "Yeah, we get it, we know." Like, what? Well, don't blame the fucking crowd.
Do something.
It was your fucking mistake.
Yeah, do something about it.
I said to him, I looked at my brother. We watched E3 together. I looked at him and I was like, I want to punch him in the fucking face. Like, I just want to fucking punch Todd out, man, just because he's such a cunt. Like, he came from such humble beginnings, man.
It would be nice to see Outer Worlds win just because of that.
Yeah, but I don't think it will.
I don't think it will. I mean,
it didn't even get the reception they were hoping for.
No, exactly.
I'm still gonna. Well, I feel like that's another thing that Obsidian did is that I really didn't see that much promotion.
They didn't release any trailers.
They released like one, and that was like a week before it came out. But other than that, I was like, fuck it, Elder Worlds?
But you know what?
Every time I saw the trailer, and it was funny because of the time it came out, every time I saw the trailer, I immediately assumed it was Borderlands because all the Borderlands trailers were going out. But here's the thing, Borderlands was promoted fucking everywhere.
Yes.
You couldn't throw a fucking stone without hitting Borderlands 3.
Sometimes I think no publicity is good publicity though, because it's almost like they sat back and they went, you know what, we've been out of the gauntlet for a while now. Let's let it speak for itself.
I would agree if it wasn't for marketing.
I would say yes and no. I feel like Obsidian probably doesn't have the budget for that kind of aggressive marketing.
Well, that for sure, because I think they published this on their own, didn't they?
You need a game that really fucking stands out on its own to do no marketing. Like look at From Software. I don't think From Software needs to promote much, right?
Not anymore.
You know, like a lot of people, like I'm one of them. I'm one of the people that bought Dark Souls just because it gained that cult following of being a really fucking hard game. And then the community does to promotion for you. It worked. It worked for me. That's the reason why I bought Dark Souls for the first time. You know, I feel like Obsidian being the kind of developers that have always been under the shadow of a different developer to release a game without promoting it and release a game under your own name where I feel like a lot of people don't know it that well. Like even when you play Fallout New Vegas, you see Bethesda, Obsidian Entertainment. You know what I mean? Like it's Obsidian is secondary. You don't really think about Obsidian when you're playing New Vegas. So
Bethesda.
But that's what I'm saying. But you know, Obsidian developed it. So to develop your own game and then not promote it, just kind of hoping that people will talk about it. I don't think that was a smart move.
That's not how it works anymore either. Like you need that following. You need to get that name out there because in the sea of releases, especially at this time of year, good luck getting noticed.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like Borderlands had the fact that it's been 7 years since a Borderlands game, and a lot of people get hyped around that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it would be cool, like Nick was saying, to see Outer Worlds take it, but I don't think it will. I'm gonna put money down and say it's Death Stranding. I really want to see Resident Evil take it though.
See, I'm the opposite. I want to see Death Stranding take it. I'm pretty sure Resident Evil is gonna get it.
Hey, either way, it's just as good. The main reason why I really want to see Resident Evil take it, because so far of all the brand new games that I bought, and you know me, I don't buy games new. Especially with the whole Borderlands thing. I love Borderlands, and the fact that it's just becoming worse.
Oh God, yeah,
really upsets me. Well, you know what's funny, that I bought it new, and that was the most enjoyment I got from it because that was before it was super broken.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to pick it up solely because every update I see, it's just like, well, this is a problem now. So I'm like, well, okay.
Here's the thing though, and I'll give Gearbox a shout out for this. They do solve all the problems that they say they're solving. It just, for whatever reason, it unlocks more problems.
So I'm reading here that apparently Death Stranding's receiving a lot of criticism currently because apparently having Jeff Keighley in the game has been a massive backfire for them in terms of whether or not they're going to win this award.
It's absolute bullshit.
I feel like Death Stranding, just like I said, I feel like Death Stranding is going to take it. The only thing I think will make them not get Game of the Year is just because of the publicity. Just because if they do win, you know, the whole people will go, oh, it's just because Jeff Keighley's in there. They didn't actually release a good game. Fuck you.
You know, Jeff Keighley doesn't actually make the decision, right? It's based on a public vote.
Yes, but it is all about who can throw the biggest hissy fit.
I know.
You know what I mean? But I do want to see Rez take it, kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, because it was the only game that I bought new this year that upon first, second, third, fourth, all the extra playthroughs of like Tofu and shit and Hunk, I enjoyed every fucking second of it.
Death Stranding for me was the only game in years to not only steal 40 hours of my time almost nonstop, but also just stick with me for days after trying to figure out all the intricacies of that story.
And I mean, that's a Kojima.
Yeah, like
that's a characteristic of that studio's games, because even not so much the last Metal Gear that I played.
Yeah,
but
Metal Gear Solid 5 was not a Kojima game.
But
it was Konami.
The earlier like PlayStation 2 Metal Gears. Even as a kid, I would have to sit back and just kind of be like, what the fuck did I experienced something.
When Kojima is allowed to do his own thing, it's a fucking great time. When Konami is telling him what to do.
Is still like one of my favorite games of all time in terms of story. Like, I mean, the whole big boss, like that kind of dynamic, and then the fight with the boss and how it's actually like Adam's mother and like all this shit and the Eve thing and all this fucking stuff going on, and
all that shit just
even
fucking
some of
boggles my mind.
even some of the funny shit that Kojima would throw in, like Revolver Ocelot fucking rolling into your fucking helicopter and challenging you to a duel near the end of the game, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, seriously, what the fuck? Yeah, man, everything about Kojima. That's why it's such a shame. I mean, I'm really excited to see what he does with his horror title that it's like obviously not having an actual title itself, but his unnamed project.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, PT just would have been, Silent Hills would have been something. Like I like Death Stranding. I like the idea, and I like the way he went, and like the fact that he had complete control and creative freedom. But Norman Reedus with Kojima in a Silent Hill game would have been fucking insane.
So I know this story is like 3 years old or some shit, but what happened with PT? Because I don't feel like I actually know why.
Konami
was it because Konami just decided to part ways with Kojima? And
history lesson time.
Yeah. Yes, it's really bad.
Kojima wanted to do Metal Gear Solid 5 his way, right?
Yeah.
And Konami was like, "You just fucking get it out the door. We need you to get this out the door because we have nothing but Pachinko machines, and we really need something." So Metal Gear Solid 5 came out. Kojima was not happy. He wanted to work on it more to like do an ending, an actual ending. And Konami essentially tortured his team out. Because in Japan, it's not so much people getting fired as much as it is like almost psychological warfare to get them to quit. So they turned off the power to his offices. They turned off the internet to his offices. They fucking fired and moved team members until eventually Kojima was just like, all right, fuck it, I'm out. And that's why PT died.
Yeah.
So Konami fucked themselves.
It was shaping up to be such a fun.
And then they come out with like Metal Gear Survival or some shit with that.
Absolutely worst piece of shit
bombed.
I've ever seen. It's a zombie survival game with Metal Gear Solid in the title.
It's pretty much 7 Days to Die.
Basically.
But Metal Gear. Oh my god, what are you doing? What happened?
This game is so fucking broken.
You know, I know this because it always sucks you off to the side no matter what you do.
You know how we were talking about the Charles Caswell thing last week?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And I kept bringing up, well, Miles, how are you going to attack Charles, not attack Lucas? The next day, Jared Dines made a video about Lucas, man, and he's just responding to it now.
So not only
Lucas
does Lucas
rings of Saturn, Lucas, man, fake.
Like Miles is just reacting to it now. Or
no, like Lucas is reacting to it because like
it takes him so long because he experiences life in halftime.
It's so funny how far away he's reached a point in his career where he just gets to sit back. Like he doesn't even have to. I don't even think he knows what's going on with rings anymore. He's like, I'll let man. I'm just collecting cash.
All he has to do is release an album every 2 years and he's set.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Well, I mean, okay. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. The album that they released this year was actually much better than anything they've released in the past 4. It actually had some substance. But that's because they brought back their other guitarist.
But I don't know, and it also depends on the kind of people. I haven't been able to sit through a Rings of Saturn album ever. I've liked songs here and there, but like, where's the album that came out? What was it, 5 years ago? Lugal Kien, I think it's called.
Yeah, I love Lugal, man.
It was all right, but I can't go from point A for a song to last song on a Ring Saturn. It just gets a little too mind rapey for me. You know what I mean?
No, but thank you for the.
Well, I can't say mind rape, so
no,
without you having to fucking edit it out.
Is it just like too much going on that you just kind of get like a little bored?
Yeah. You know what? There is a little bit too much going on, but too much of the same thing done differently. Like too much isn't a bad thing. Which, you know, going back to this, Ryan, I listened to a new AID song.
Yeah, right.
And it was crazy, but that's super tame for what he does. That was probably like the most laid back, less crazy AID song ever. But I'll listen to like Avant Garde, which is just crazy fucking shit all over the place constantly. Just nothing makes sense. But it's a bunch of crazy shit done differently. You know, each section of lunacy is totally different from the last one. Where with Rings of Saturn, it's tech death, right? It's guitars, bass, drums, growling vocals, right? So I can only take so much of crazy pitch shift lead guitars with gravity blasts and gutturals for every fucking song until it's just like it's all a lot of really cool, crazy stuff. But I don't know the difference from the last song.
Now, see, an instance where I can't get enough of something like that. The new Beneath the Massacre song.
Oh, but here's the thing.
Up, technically,
that song was so fucking good. But if you listen to how they divided it up, right? It was one crazy bit. Like the first 30 to 40 seconds of that song was fucking nutty, right? It was a big crazy bit, and then they chilled out a little bit, and another crazy bit, and they chilled out a little bit. But every crazy bit was different than the last one.
A full
it wasn't
minute.
The same scales, and it wasn't the same guitar parts. They changed it up all the way until the end.
We just got to talk about the fact that there's a 1.5-minute breakdown that happens at the end that I've never ever heard Beneath the Massacre do before. So you can tell that because Beneath the Massacre used to in the metal community, people would be like, they're not fucking deathcore, they're technical death metal. Well, they're not technical death metal, they're technical deathcore. Well, this solidifies that they are a deathcore band.
They're definitely deathcore.
Fucking they're appealing to both sides of the spectrum now, and I don't think you could ever. I don't think any other band will ever do a comeback as good at. I seriously have not been able to stop listening to this.
Good though, and another thing. I want to talk about that song a little bit because of you just brought up the Charles Caswell and Rings of Saturn and what we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
Is that as crazy and technical and wacky as that song is? At least not from what I can tell. I don't think anyone.
I feel like it's real.
That's what I'm saying. Is that
I feel like it's real.
Like the guitar parts and all that sound like someone sat down with the guitar and practiced those taps and those sweeps day after day after day after day until that's perfect. Let's hit the studio. You know what I mean? And you can hear that. You can hear that. That artistic integrity behind it, and that's what to me makes that song stand out so fucking well. Is that it sounds like 5 fucking dudes got really good at their instruments, got together and said, "Hey, let's make a bomb fucking tune."
It's bands like Beneath the Massacre who have progressively throughout their entire career released nothing but good music. I mean, I don't think there's a single Beneath the Massacre release that's bad. That ruin the validity of bands like Rings of Saturn. Because I love Rings of Saturn too, but I love them the way I like Infinite Annihilator. It's just wacky. It's not meant to be really taken seriously or anything. I just like to listen to it because I'm like, fuck, I want to hear noodling. But if I want to listen to real substance-based music that's super technical but also gets me wanting to fucking really throw down and just gives you that face where you're like, fuck, this is crazy. Beneath the Massacre is the type of Beneath the Massacre, Despised Icon, Applaud the Impaler, some of those bands that did death grindy deathcore really, really well with the technical elements and shit like that.
And I don't know, to me it kind of gives me a bit of hope. Because I get the point behind programmed music and all that. We're talking about last week, so I don't want to repeat myself ad nauseum. But for someone like myself,
I like the French spin you put on that one.
I'm pretty sure ad nauseum.
Ad nauseum.
It's ad nauseum.
I know
Latin.
that's the way you said it.
But I don't want to keep repeating myself, which you're making me do.
You don't want to repeat yourself ad nauseum.
But as a the type of musician I am, I don't really have that much to my disposal. So I have to program a lot of this stuff. Right. But Beneath the Massacre is one of those bands that give me hope as an artist that you can achieve that kind of technicality and that kind of skill with just bare bones, just your instruments. You don't need all this flashy fucking shit. Just learn how to fucking tap, learn how to fucking sweep and do it well. That's a good fucking tune, though. Holy fuck.
I can't get over it, man. I seriously, I remember seeing it come out last Thursday when I was at work, because it was Thursday going into Friday, so it just hit 12. And the best part about working a midnight shift is you're always up to see like the new music that drops on Spotify, so it'll always update me, and it goes new music from artists that you may like. And it said Beneath the Massacre, and I'm like, oh, they must have uploaded like a demo or some shit like I've never heard of before, because like what else could it fucking be? They're not making new music. And then I see Autonomous Mind, and I'm like, huh, what the fuck is that?
Was it leaked? Is that why they had to release it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to release it. I mean, shit leaks all the time, and people just go, whatever. But I guess because
that's what they said on their Facebook. They're like, well, technically, it's not a leak. When they post it themselves.
Yeah, the issue with leaks, man, like with actual leaks, is that like for a band that's already well established and has been around for a long time and is still active, it's like whatever, because like you knew it was coming out.
Yeah.
But for a band that's making a grand comeback and you want it to be a big surprise, this like you've been working on this for several years. And you just don't want it to be spoiled by hype ahead of time. Like you wanna literally release it and have people go, "What the fuck?" Which is literally what happened. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
but I think they're expecting
reactions.
that with like an album or a music video or like a release. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just here's a song. Because that was, as much as I enjoyed the album, that's what. It's one of those things that I kind of feel shitty about myself for enjoying the album. But Odyssey to the West was leaked by the band themselves, where as much as I love the guitarist of Slice the Cake, he's not the main mastermind behind the music. I think it's the bassist who really puts the time into all the music, and they're like, he's like, we're really it's not done yet, like we're still working on it, and the vocalist and guitarist are like, no, we're releasing it. They're like, no, don't fucking do that. Like, I know, we already released it, it's out. Like,
it's actually funny because fucking the guy in Slice of Cake, the one that you're talking about, the real mastermind, he doesn't play a single instrument. Like he doesn't play any instruments on any of the albums. He's simply the compositions guy.
Oh God, what's the name? Jack Alex, Richardson or something?
Or
Richardson?
Is it Jack
Nicholson?
I want to say it's Jack Richardson.
I thought it was Alex, but yeah, I think it is Jack.
Because it's what's the guitarist's name? Jonas Johan.
Didn't you interview him way back when?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Jack Magaro Richardson and Jonas
Jack
Johan.
Richardson. Yeah, and then Garrett
Mason. You know what though? It's so
wicked
shitty.
Vocalist.
It's
but
so
that's one of those things where that's so shitty that 2/3 of the band was just like, hey, I know this isn't done yet, but here we go.
I just think it's upsetting. It's such a waste of potential that they all gave up on each other, because like when I look at the three of them as standalone musicians, I look at Gareth, I look at Johan or Jonas, I look at fucking Jack. I think each one of them is extremely strong on their own. So yeah, they could go off and like make great music on their own, but them together was, I mean, Odyssey of the West, I think is my one of my contenders for album of the decade, just because I loved it that much.
It's one of those things that gets me thinking, because Odyssey to the West, and that's why I kind of feel guilty about enjoying it, but it's such a good, I would say almost perfect album. Really, like, and I'm super critical about everything, but Odyssey to the West is such an almost perfect album. I can only imagine what it would have sounded like if they didn't leak it. They let the three of them, especially Jack, take their time and finish it the way that they wanted to. Could you imagine Odyssey to the West if it came to its full, to where like it was imagined fully? Holy fuck!
Watch it be worse.
It makes me so totally sad, man. I remember when that shit came out. Like I remember when it first dropped. It was April 1st, 2016, and I like everyone thought it was an April Fool's joke. I clicked the link and I was like, "But bro, this is not an April Fool's joke. Everyone's got to listen to this shit." And it was really sad at the time because like Dev and I weren't talking, and I was like, "Fuck, I want to talk to the one person who showed me this band like about this release, because I wonder what he's thinking right now, because like he must be going through the same shit, just thinking like, holy fuck, like I didn't even think they'd ever release this shit." But it ended up being like probably one of my favorite records of all time.
Still, I can still listen to that album front to back, and just be blown away by the storytelling,
the artistic,
it's such a waste of talent, because the music that those three guys wrote is just beyond what anyone else is doing.
Fucking
Man with No
anything
Face
that Ryan will
was
ever
such
write.
was just a stellar album, right? The Cleansing EP, being 2010 or 2012. Just every song that came out of these guys was
Did I ever give you that?
so good. Give me what?
The cleansed EP. Did I ever give that to you?
No.
Okay, I was gonna give it to you. I'll give it to you next time I see you.
You gave me a signed copy of
Oh, Showcran?
Showcron Exodus.
Yeah. No, okay. I have a copy of Slice the Cake's Cleanse for you as well.
Give me that.
It's completely unopened.
Nick, I'll give you $20 for it.
You don't fucking do
You
that.
can't fuck me around. I bought it for 40.
I'll give you 50. I'll give you your money back and then $10 to make sure Dev doesn't get it.
Oh my god, you're gonna do that to him?
Yes. Have you met me?
You're a monster.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's par for the course for Ryan though. I live with this guy.
He'd probably end up giving it to you after it served his purpose.
If I had the money, the amount of pranks I had ready when we lived together, oh man, you would have left.
Ryan is the kind of person that spends money to try to prank you. Like, we're playing Fortnite, and he's like, "Haha, pranked you! I just bought you the battle pass, idiot!" I'm like.
No, I think the biggest case in point has to be the one string fucking bass he bought.
That's a $200 joke that pissed me off for 10 minutes.
That he could actually utilize though.
Oh yeah, I'm playing it next week.
I know he can't. No, don't
Play
it next. Don't play it December 13th. That's
that'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah,
dude.
we're opening. I'm opening with that thing.
I was gonna say, what do you mean we're opening?
Nice subtle fucking advertisement drop there.
See that?
No, don't do that at this specific show at this specific place.
Don't do that at Sneaky D's December 13th. Doors open at 6 o'clock. $12 at the door.
It's 12.
How's everybody? How is everybody doing with that? With spreading it around? But
what do you mean? You kind of cut out a couple times there.
Oh, I was saying, how's everyone doing with like spreading it around? Like, is everyone?
Dude,
just
I've been fucking posting about it like fucking crazy, man.
So like, as you all know, I fucking like lost like 80% of my friend group.
Yeah.
So like, I'm trying to pull as much as I can.
I have about 4 people coming out that aren't like we got the whoever's coming out for POA in general, right? Yeah. And I have 4 people who I'm like, hey, did you see this? They're like, hell yeah. I'm like, cool. You coming? They're like, cool. I'm like, so
I want to message Maitreya. I want to message Maitreya and say, okay, when you guys get to the doors, tell them you're there to see Pillars, and we'll tell them we're there to see Maitreya. Nobody will know, okay?
Yeah, no. Chelsea at the door will have no fucking clue that we're
no. Chelsea, we're not playing tonight. We all got fill-ins, but we're here to see this band.
Yeah, we're here to say Maitreya. I go up like, I'm here to see Pillars Rodham.
We'll switch spots to fuck with everybody. So they'll take headliner, but they'll be Pillars of Autumn, but they'll play Maitreya music and we'll be Maitreya.
No. They got to learn all of our songs.
Oh yeah,
that'd be fucking.
Actually, I'm not learning their songs.
What a crossover that would be. That'd be crazy.
They're good. I refuse to learn their songs.
Aren't they like way too proggy?
They're super fucking proggy.
But proggy in a good way though. Yeah. Like,
there's no bad way to be proggy.
It's because of fucking Mark, dude. It's because of like Mark Wiley. That's their other guitarist. That guy like writes crazy shit, man.
Well, that and Matt. I used to work with Matt, and his shit's wicked. Like just some of the solo stuff
I used to work with a famous person. Look at me. Oh, huh?
I didn't work with myself.
Like this.
No, I'm definitely excited to play that show.
Same. I'm just excited. I really hope that everybody that's been looking at the
I was just about to say, especially since this is going up before the show, wear a Christmas sweater.
Anyone that's listening to this, come in a Christmas sweater.
I legit bought a sweater for this shit, all right?
Ryan, put up a picture of the Masquerade long sleeve.
No.
You can win that. Now you have to.
No, I don't. I didn't have to do the flashback edit.
Yes, you do.
Did you do the flashback edit?
No, I didn't do the flashback edit. Exactly.
Stop that.
Don't tell me that it's going to make you look like an asshole, because then I'm definitely not going to do it.
I'm going to start calling you editor now.
I'm going to start fucking reporting more of your memes.
Oh, I'm on some sort of Facebook watch list. Like,
I saw one this morning, and I'm just like, okay, I'm totally reporting this as I think my friend is in trouble.
I didn't get the notification, so.
Well, not yet.
No, it usually happens immediately.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, second we get off, I'll try again.
Fuck no. Stop reporting my fucking memes, dude.
No.
It's pissing me off. This band and memes are all I have.
Maybe you should get better at both of them.
That's it. Nothing else. I definitely don't have a super supportive group of friends and a super supportive lover and family that loves me. I don't have any. I just have this band and memes.
Listen, I'm just a lover. I'm not super supportive.
You are in your own weird ways.
The fuck does that mean?
You're the kind of person where if I gained weight, you would call me a big fat fucking ugly piece of shit for every day. But you know that I have thick skin. So that would just push me to lose that weight because I don't want to give you the fucking time of day to make fun of me.
But you just called yourself fat, and you just called yourself fat, and then said you had thick skin.
Yeah,
it's thick bones.
But what Ryan is an asshole in the best possible way.
These are fucking sentences that I A, don't agree with, and B, don't make sense.
You don't have to agree with it, okay?
Fair.
That's my opinion.
I'll give you that. That's
my opinion.
You're gonna give him that.
That's my dog. To this day, that is my favorite fucking story.
I forgot about that. That came from like, I remember that episode because as I was telling the story, it started off as just a real story, but I wanted to add some humor. But as I was talking, I was getting like legitimately
so
angry,
pissed at this lady and her tiny fucking dog.
As I was telling that story, I started to get like actually mad.
You have like non-flashbacks.
Don't touch my dog! Watch where you're going. That's my dog. But no, you guys ever talk about something like, let's say something pissed you off last week, right?
Yeah.
And then you just start talking about it, but talking about it puts you back a week ago. Like you're back to when it happened, and you start to feel all those emotions that you had when it was happening. That was that story. So I'm talking about this lady that really pissed me off on the bus, but I was totally chilled out when I started the story.
Yeah.
But as it started going, I was back on that bus, and the emotions I was feeling were real.
If and when I ever do a best of episode, that is 100% in there.
That is still like, that's one of those things that where, you know, when I listen back to the episode, when, you know, before I upload it or after I upload it, I always listen through our episodes one full time.
Yeah,
at least
more than Nick does.
But that was a part where I re-listened to it a couple times because I was actually laughing my ass off.
Was that Rage 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was when we were playing.
Oh
Rage.
yeah, I wasn't there that week.
That was our last edited podcast before we started doing
that episode was the reason
episodes.
why.
I do miss those edits podcast? Though.
I do too.
That was the one before we started going. That was the last. That was our last one that we did on Twitch. But there were things that happened in that. Like, remember that one guy who like jumped over the ledge and he did a fucking little loop-de-loop and then like glitched around and then you added a little whoop, 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 fucking flying around sound effect. I miss those little edits.
I do too. I don't have time for that shit.
Oh, boo-hoo. Not like editing podcasts, it's your job.
Exactly. Editing podcasts is my job. I don't have fucking time to physically edit a hour-long video down to 25 minutes with intense editing.
Well, stop editing it down to 25 minutes. Keep the hour. Just kind of throw goofy shit in.
Yeah, because now you just
like
the
when
podcast.
I say flashback edit. That's all. That's the only thing you had to do last podcast was just throw in the flashback edit. It's one thing that you had to do, Ryan. One.
We don't pay him no, and he puts money into band shit, so it's almost like he's losing you.
I pay him in the opportunity to play bass in Pillars of Autumn.
Well, that's a downgrade from the opportunity to play rhythm guitar in Pillars of Autumn, which he originally had the.
I think it's an upgrade, honestly.
He not only did he do that to himself,
less work.
I get to play my own shit, not Dev's crap. I think
Actually,
it's
you know
an
what's funny?
upgrade.
It's not less work because if he stayed on rhythm guitar, he would have no solos. But now he has to sweep pick on bass.
Yeah, fuck it, one song.
I remember when you're like, I don't do sweeps, and now you're bass, and now you have to do sweeps.
I mean, that is a pretty sick sweep.
Thank you for improving me.
Thank you for finally being able to play what I write.
I don't know. I've heard the new album. I was gonna say thank you for writing better shit, but
hey, listen here, motherfucker.
yeah.
Stop talking about.
I'm not even writing lyrics for this
that.
album. I'm literally just doing old school MySpace vocals that are like.
You're just gonna fucking deep throat the mic and hope it comes out rhythmic.
Yeah.
Not this mic. I just got it.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna write like that's one thing I love about Slam. Like honestly, like I just think it's the funniest thing. Not shit on Slam. I think it's a good genre.
You do it
but
every
the
fucking week.
The funny fucking thing about Slam, man, is just because it's such. I find it just so comedic. Like the way when you listen to it, everything about it is just like, why the fuck does this exist? But like I like it. Like I really like listening to it. And fucking I was talking to my brother about how I was like, you know how you do Slam? Like this is how you do Slam. You make a noise with your mouth. You go. And then you write a bunch of lyrics that literally have like no bearing on what you just did with your mouth. Like,
Slam is so. I've never been the kind of person to be like, what do they say? I don't understand the screaming. You know, if you really pay attention to the lyrics, like
you'll
death
start to
metal
see
or
the
hardcore
enunciation.
metalcore, you can hear the lyrics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slam, however, is one of those genres where any band I listen to, every time I'm just like, what the fuck?
Slam and grindcore are the two that I'm just like,
That's what I'm saying.
It
But
depends on the grindcore.
why even bother taking the time to write lyrics? Like I would be totally down with Slam if Slam was very open with the fact that it's just like our vocalist is like a musician. He just makes sound with his mouth, and that's it. You know, I just make sound with some metal strings and a piece of wood. That's ultimately what I do. So if Slam was kind of promoted themselves like that, sure, cool, whatever. The fact that they have the audacity, and I want to go even further with Slam lyrics, is that Slam lyrics always have these 14-syllable medical terms in their lyrics.
Well,
that are summarized with the sound.
let me just do
Are
one.
you gonna tell me that you just said the word vasectomy by going?
Hold on. Let me do one little read. Because this is where I got introduced to Slam.
Pull up any Slam song.
No, I'm gonna pull up one in specific that was my first experience with Slam, where I legitimately was like, I was like not a kid. I was about like maybe 17, 18 when I like just after I'd learned what Chelsea Grin was, and then someone was like, oh well, if you like deathcore, you like Slam. And now looking back, I was like, not fucking really.
Yeah, if you like Chelsea Grin, you're like Ogre Pack.
So the first, yeah, exactly. I love that. Okay, but Ogre Pack is Slam. Fucking hilariously sick. Like, it's just, I love the guy that's behind it too, man. He just doesn't give a fuck. But Abominable Putridity was the first band I'd ever heard of. Yeah, which was huge. I mean, they were massive back then, man. And so fucking the opening fucking song, like bit of the song is like, I shit you not, that exact vocal pattern. Like I memorized it because I used to listen to it so often. And just trying to decipher.
Let me get that straight. It's oi 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 e.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And then, so the lyrics are now. You heard me sing it word for word.
Mm-hmm.
You just heard it. Bound next to each other on the floor, wire and tape tied, stripped of flesh, our wrists and ankles, claw hammered, strangled, and cut to death, stab marks on the walls, red stained the floors, spray patterns throughout the ceiling, a butcher knife and a hammer, covered in blood lying on a table, used with no precision, claw hammered, strangled, and cut to death. Now what I don't understand,
Jesus Christ, that was the
what does any
precision?
What does any of that have?
This says.
Well, my problem with it as well is when you look at the lyrical content, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? It's really just he just put a bunch of like, and I love Matty Way, dude. I do. I think he's a beast of vocalist. He was sick in Pathology, but this I just don't fucking get.
Is he dyslexic?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like he went. Yeah, I want people to listen to Abominable Futurity like someone watches Pulp Fiction. Like it's not necessarily in order, but you'll figure it out.
Jesus Christ, it's like you need a Prima guidebook for Slam.
Brad, really quickly before we get close to the end here, Ryan. Brad just came home.
Guide.
Brad just came home. Ryan looked at my second screen, saw what you were playing, and just went, "Oh, my son!" And he came up and he rubbed my fucking monitor.
I didn't know Brad
I told
had a
you
thing
you'd
for
like this
Eggman.
episode. Brad has a thing for fucking Johnny Joeli and everything that encompasses Sonic Adventure 2. Brad just said, Johnny Joeli is my biological father.
I wonder how his biological father feels about that.
But yeah, man, I that's why I was reading a comment yesterday that was phenomenal. That was from one of the guys in our scene on one of the groups that I'm in, and it was one of those comments where you're passing by and you're not really reading the content of the post, but you see the comment and you gotta go like, oh fuck, I agree with that. Like it has nothing to do with the subject matter, but it like I do agree with that statement as its own standalone statement, and it was that's like, so he basically was responding to a thing about how slamming deathcore. The reason why slamming deathcore is a thing is because kids that want to play slam but want it to be marketable will add deathcore to it, even with little to no deathcore elements, and then push that out there because people will listen to it versus true slam. Because people meme on True Slam all the time, dude. Like the only True Slam band. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. They meme on it all the time. That's what I'm saying. But slamming deathcore, like I just kind of one or the other. I mean, I don't really. I think slam's its own separate entity. I think you can put slams in deathcore. I think slams were prevalent in early deathcore. I mean, you can listen to any of the old Despise Icon albums and hear fucking slams. But we were deathcore. We weren't slamming deathcore. Like it just seems like a thing that was added to it to like I just said, make it more marketable.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I feel like slamming deathcore is one of those things that don't actually exist. Like there's a lot of people that'll add the word progressive in front of whatever their genre is, and I won't hear a single progressive element in it.
No, right? Not at all.
It's like they'll have like 1 bar 3/4. I'm like, oh wow, there you go. It's prog, right?
But I can't.
But it appeals to that new audience.
I can't be hypocritical though, because I can't lie. Every once in a while, I just love to hear like a dirty fucking caveman riff, like a fucking jung jung, like unintelligible, just fucking mud coming right through my headphones.
Fucking nasty caveman riffs are fucking lit. Just don't make every song and every album the same thing. Like I would go as far as to say that last little breakdown before the solos, like that last little riff before the solos in Grandeur and Virtue Part 2.
Those are slams.
That was pretty caveman-y.
Yeah, that was slam as fuck, yeah.
But that was one of the 9 songs, right? If I wrote a whole album like that, I'd fucking kill myself. I could not do that. So
I'm adding that to the list of reasons Dev will kill himself.
Yeah, if becoming a slam band. Yeah, I would kill myself if I became a slam band.
If I ever start a Let's Play channel, kill me.
I would love to start a Let's Play channel. This was a stepping stone. We're halfway there.
Still don't understand how this works, though. That's the only problem.
But yeah, man, I mean, like, fucking, I think slamming deathcore is just for slam kids that don't want to be, like new generation slam kids don't want to be,
who don't want the stigma of being slam.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like deathcore and slam exclusively have always had kind of like a hatred for each other. In my opinion,
metal genre in itself has a hatred.
It's because they both kind of came from the same place. They both kind of came from the same death metal roots. It's just that
very
Mama loved deathcore more.
But that's the thing, like,
so Slam's a little pissed off.
So what would you say is the difference between a breakdown and a slam? Because there's breakdowns on old deathcore records that are definitely slams.
Now, here's the thing. The only problem with that is the term breakdown has become a little convoluted. A breakdown is a chopped and broken rhythm that kind of comes after a build up. You gotta break something down. You gotta build something up in order to break it down. Where a slam is more just chuggy, just chugs with blast beats and gutturals.
Yeah.
Right. So just a lot of chromatic chugging, dun 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 dun, and just a lot of put a lot of those drums behind it, and they go over that. That's a slam, right? Or a breakdown is like that.
Nice break. I've heard that before. That's a really good song.
I've heard that one.
I've heard that in Nightcore.
It's a chopped up break.
Is that a Nightcore song?
It's a chopped up rhythm. Yes. Just recently came out last week. But yeah, a breakdown is a chopped rhythm that comes after a build up, and a slam is just garbage.
Can I stop playing this game? Can we end this? For the love of
Nick's
I just wanted to say one thing. Just because we were on this topic,
move the camera.
And I always feel like I should shout people out like when I make like actual explicit references. Slamming Deathcore done really right in like a MySpace kind of way. I highly recommend anybody that's listening to this to listen to my friends in Cogitations of a Nihilist. They're from Germany. And they're fucking insane, man. Like I was bringing up the caveman riff thing because these guys have legitimately made me love just this fucking shitty fucking 2008 in your basement style recording with these dirty riffs, but with the samples and with the attitude of Deathcore, and then the two-step parts every once in a while. Even to you guys, I highly recommend it. The first song on their EP, I want everyone to listen to it because someone, and even if Dustin and fucking Hendrik are listening to this themselves, because I have Dustin on Facebook, they fucking definitely took influence from Recreant in their first EP on that. You got to listen to it because I got to know if I'm going insane. Probably. Because I know that we meme Dev all the time for My Damnation, but this I swear to God, it's literally
what is it? Faceless.
No, okay, the Faceless and My Damnation.
You guys meme me hard about the Faceless.
Well, I also meme you hard about fucking Murder of Crows though, because the opening of Murder of Crows sounds just like like the fucking My Damnation opening.
No, that's what Asaya did.
No, Osaya did it, but we did it too. If you listen to it, I was like, Dev, did you copy My Damnation?
I used the one chord, that first chord, right? But yes, I used that. Right.
Before we end this, I gotta send this to you guys. I'm gonna timestamp it just because I want to hear your exact.
I think you did. Yeah.
I sent the EP, but I didn't send the timestamp.
You said how Deathcore should be done. Also, tell me if the riff patterns of the first song, Deadass, doesn't sound like Recreant.
First of all, you said Deadass.
Okay, if you go to...
He said Deadass.
If you go to that YouTube video and you go straight to 120, if you go right to 120, listen to it for 2 seconds and tell me that the slowed down thing doesn't sound like the part of fucking Recreant.
I'm going right there.
Boom, 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 boom. It sounds almost exactly the same.
Yeah, it's that fucking... That weird,
if you listen to it more, the second guitar comes in and it sounds just like Recreant.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant more of the...
No. Sorry, I should have said like more of the, I guess the bridge. Is that what it would be, the bridge?
But that's a common scale pattern that all Deathcore uses.
I remember listening to it for the first time and going, "What the fuck is that, Recreant?" I thought it was a cover.
That is a heavy as fuck demo EP though. Anyways, Nick, go to work.
Yeah, I gotta get going to work. But really quickly, Dev, you were talking about Osaya. Have you ever listened to Perennial Agony?
No.
Okay, go listen to Perennial Agony, and then that's how we got to do samples for now.
Spell it for me.
PERENNIAL.
Thank you. I wasn't writing that down. I just wanted you to do it.
Yeah, no, honestly, dude. Like, fucking listen to that, and then listen, because I know how you are. Just listen to the samples in it. They'll make you crack the fuck up. Anyway, yeah. This has been episode 86, Pillars of Autumn podcast. I gotta go make money so I can continue this fruitless endeavor.
Episode 17. Thank you for tuning in. We got Facebook. We got Instagram. They're at the bottom. Go over to buy our shit at pillarsofautumnofficial.bigcartel.com. Listen to us on Spotify. Buy our shit on Bandcamp. It's really cool. Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.
Hey, we didn't say anything offensive this episode.
No, but I probably pissed off the whole Slam community.